And onto our special segment, Resurgent Africa. Amid reports of coups and crises that dominate the headlines from the continent, we get you positive stories that often get overlooked. Our story today is from the Horn of Africa. Lying in East Africa, the region is one of the worst impacted by climate change. Scientists are now using artificial intelligence to predict extreme weather. Now, the Horn of Africa is prone to torrential rain that triggers devastating floods, often leading to the loss of life and livelihood. But an artificial intelligence system is now being put to use to sound timely alerts and weather warnings. And a computer is all that you need to operate it. Our next report gets you more.
Drought, wildfires, torrential rains, floods. Climate change has made extreme weather conditions frequent phenomena. It's impacting countries across the globe. But the Horn of Africa, a region in the eastern part of the continent, is particularly prone to torrential rain. The region, which is home to countries like Djibouti, Eritrea, Ethiopia and Somalia, is vulnerable to devastating floods. Here, nature's fury has been resulting in widespread loss of life and livelihood. But this misery could soon be lessened. Scientists have found a way to minimize damage from floods with timely alerts. They are now using artificial intelligence to predict extreme weather conditions in the region.
If nothing is being done in issuing information or early warning messages regarding these extreme weathers, then we're going to see more people getting vulnerable, more people getting exposed to these extreme weathers, and we're going to have lots of lives being lost, lots of lives being affected, and livelihoods as well.
The United Nations World Food Programme is working to develop an AI weather forecasting system with Oxford University. The Kenyan Meteorological Department and Regional Weather Service ICPAC are also stakeholders in the project that has received backing and support from Google. The AI uses satellite-collected data on clouds and temperatures above them to predict weather.
So for the AI, there is the part where it predicts, but to predict, it needs to first train. And we train on historic observational data. So the input towards our AI device is the weather forecasts, and it's taking these weather forecasts and training to be able to match them to the observed reality based on the state-of-the-art satellite observations and station data that we have.
In developed nations like the UK, weather forecasting is done using supercomputers. The cost of these computers and data gathering stations is high. And in poorer and conflict-ridden regions like the Horn of Africa, affording such equipment could prove to be a distant dream. But scientists now say they can operate their AI forecasting code using just a laptop.
That's the beauty of it, because it's so computationally affordable that we've literally got people running it on their laptop. So you can have this model, and once it's trained, you can just run it on your laptop to produce 50 predictions of all the possibilities of what the future weather is going to look like, which, as you said, would have otherwise required banks and banks of supercomputers.
This system could prove to be a blessing for the Horn of Africa, as predicting weather in this region can prove to be notoriously hard because of the lack of weather stations for observing and recording weather data. The project is still in its pilot phases. It's being operated in Kenya and Ethiopia. The scientists believe that its results are promising. The scientists have plans to roll it out across the wider area.
So we are really confident that AI models can actually improve the forecasting system. So not just at short range, but also looking at from the short range timescales. So by short range, I mean like just a few days, but also looking throughout all the way to a season. If we could really do that, I really think that it could really enhance our early warning systems.
Once the AI system is proven efficient for the entire Horn of Africa, it can be used in other parts of the world as well to combat the challenges posed by extreme weather that's driven by climate change.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree. One tree for humanity. One tree for Mother Earth. One tree for a future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment. So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished. On the show today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies. What can you expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alyson from Grange, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
Start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. The first time since India officially became a nuclear power.
Hello and welcome to Firstpost America. I'm Aaron Ham, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Washington, D.C.